Imagine a world where ideas, spices, silk, and even religions traveled faster than news does today, without planes, trains, or the internet. Welcome to the ancient trade routes, the original global highways that connected civilizations thousands of years ago. Picture this: caravans loaded with gold, silk, and exotic spices winding through deserts, jungles, and mountains, linking empires as far apart as China and Rome. These routes weren't just for goods, they were highways for culture, technology, and belief systems. One of the most famous was the Silk Road, stretching over 4,000 miles from East Asia to the Mediterranean. It wasn't a single road, but a network of paths where traders, monks, and adventurers met. Imagine Buddhist monks carrying scriptures westward, while Persian merchants brought glassware and wine eastward. It's where Chinese inventions like paper and gunpowder met European and Middle Eastern markets centuries before the age of exploration. But the Silk Road wasn't alone. The incense route in Arabia connected the Mediterranean with the Arabian Peninsula, trading precious frankincense and myrrh, which were so valuable they were worth their weight in gold. Then there's the Trans-Saharan trade routes, where camels, known as the ships of the desert, carried salt and gold across the vast Sahara, linking West African kingdoms to North Africa and beyond. These routes sparked the rise of powerful cities like Timbuktu, a center of learning and culture. What's truly fascinating is how these trade networks encouraged cultural blending. For example, the exchange along the Silk Road introduced new foods, art styles, and even diseases like the bubonic plague, showing how interconnected the ancient world was. Think about this. The simple act of trading silk wasn't just about fabric. It was about exchanging lifestyles, beliefs, and innovations that shaped societies for centuries. So next time you enjoy a cup of tea, wear cotton, or use paper, remember that these everyday things have traveled a long, winding journey through ancient trade routes that connected the world in ways we're still discovering today. What if our modern global connections are just the latest chapter in a story that's thousands of years old? Beyond the basic exchange of goods, these ancient trade networks laid the foundation for diplomacy and political alliances. Empires relied on these routes not only to enrich their treasuries, but also to spread influence and secure peace through mutual economic dependencies. The Roman Empire, for instance, valued silk so highly that it was said to drain the empire's gold reserves, yet it also embraced the cultural and technological ideas that came along with these luxury items. Likewise, in East Asia, the spread of Buddhism along these routes deeply influenced art, philosophy, and governance, blending with local traditions to create vibrant new cultures. The technological innovations shared across continents were staggering. The compass, papermaking, printing techniques, and gunpowder all originated in China, but found their way westward through these ancient corridors, transforming societies and warfare. Conversely, ideas about governance, astronomy, and mathematics traveled eastward, enriching civilizations in return. The incense route was more than just a path for aromatic resins. It was a lifeline that connected nomadic Bedouins with settled Mediterranean societies, facilitating the exchange of knowledge about agriculture, metallurgy, and even early medicine. In Africa, the Trans-Saharan trade routes not only moved goods, but also ideas and religion. The spread of Islam across West Africa was closely tied to these caravan trails, which helped unify diverse cultures and establish centers of learning that attracted scholars from across the Islamic world. Cities like Gao and Jinneh flourished as hubs of intellectual and commercial activity, illustrating how trade routes became arteries of civilization itself. Moreover, the Indian Ocean Trade Network connected East Africa, the Middle East, South Asia, and Southeast Asia, creating an extensive maritime system that rivaled the overland routes in scale and influence. Monsoon winds dictated the rhythm of trade, enabling merchants to sail vast distances with spices, textiles, precious stones, and ideas. This network fostered a remarkable cosmopolitanism, where languages, religions, and cuisines blended, leaving a legacy visible in the diverse cultures of these regions today. The ancient trade routes also had their challenges: harsh climates, bandits, political instability, and the sheer difficulty of long-distance travel tested the resilience of traders and travelers. Yet, the rewards were great enough to overcome these obstacles, revealing a human drive for connection and discovery that mirrors our globalized world. As we consider the intricate web of ancient trade routes, it's clear they were more than just economic pathways. They were the veins through which the lifeblood of human innovation, culture, and exchange flowed. They remind us that globalization is not a recent phenomenon, but a process deeply embedded in our history. Each spice, piece of silk, or religious text carried along these roads was a thread in the tapestry of human civilization, weaving together distant peoples into a shared story. So, when you think about the world today, our instant communication, rapid travel, and global markets, remember that these marvels stand on the shoulders of those ancient traders, monks, and adventurers who journeyed across deserts, mountains, and seas. Their stories of courage, curiosity, and commerce continue to resonate, inviting us to explore the rich and interconnected past that shapes our present and future.